Hello there, and welcome to another It's Corn Brawl Stars video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to get thousands of trophies in just a few days using these methods and strategies. Also, I put tons of time into this video, and for that reason, I'm just asking for you guys watching right now to hit the like and subscribe button and leave a comment as well, because it does really help the video out, along with only taking a few seconds out of your day. Finally, if you do want to, you can join my Discord server, and without further ado, let's get into today's video. In this video, I'm going to be going over the best strategies, methods, and just overall ways to trophy push in different modes. I'm first going to start out with solos, and then I'm going to move on to team modes. However, I am going to just remind you guys, solo showdown is the best way for trophy pushing, especially in those lower ranks. And also, if you don't have people to play with, random teammates are really, really bad, let's be honest here. So, as you can see, I am now on my mini account, and we are going to be showing you guys what the best strategies are for picking a brawler for Showdown. So what I like to do is sort it by least trophies, and I don't play much on my mini account. However, I do see, by sorting it from least trophies, that, you know, my 8-bit, he's rank 1, but he's only power 1, and he's not even that good for Showdown. Pam, power 3, rank 3, but not very good for Showdown. Lou, power 3, rank 5, which is still a good power level to rank ratio, but he's just not the best for Showdown. But something that's really catching my attention is rank 10 Edgar, which I do have the upgrade for. And as you can see, I have just chose a brawler that is good for Showdown, a good rank, and a good power level, which will make this much easier when pushing Showdown. So as I was just saying, some brawlers that are really good to trophy push with are Edgar, Stu, Surge with his gadget, of course. You pretty much need Surge's gadget if you're going to do it. Or any other brawler that's good for the map. And to look at the map, you can just hit the eye right above it. And you'll see, you know, this map, it doesn't have too many walls. It has a very open middle. Maybe some longer range brawlers could be better for this, like Stu, if I had him. But I'm still going to be using Edgar because power 4 rank 10, it's not bad. Actually, power 5 rank 10, because that is the next thing. If you can, try to get your brawler power as high as possible. This means upgrading if it has the power points too, because this is very, very important. Because having more health and doing more damage is just a giant advantage, especially in solo showdown. So I do definitely suggest powering up, you know, your brawler that is a low rank and a higher power that is good for showdown. If you don't have a low rank or a high power brawler, that's okay, because you can just pick your lowest rank brawler. As you can see, if I didn't have any other low rank brawlers, I would just pick 8-bit. And you know, he's not the best for Showdown, but still, using that rank 1 is such an advantage. And I do have the upgrade for him, so I could just upgrade him. And then, I could get my 8-bit to power 4 rank 1, and then that should just be free wins, because I have such a big advantage on the opponents. Finally, after having all of these things taken into account, it's time to get into your game. Okay, as you guys can see, we are now in our Showdown match, and the first method for Showdown is you are just going to want to run around the outskirts of the map until there's like 5, maybe 6 brawlers left. Just try to get every single speck of power cubes that you possibly can. And also, you want to not be aggressive. As you can see, I took on that matchup against that Mortis. However, I'm not taking that matchup against the BB. Because that's just being smart, knowing that there's probably a brawler in this bush. No? Okay, interesting. So, as you guys can see, I now have 6 power cubes. And you might be like, well, Corn, if you're not going to be playing aggressive, then what's the point? Like, you're not going to get a win in Showdown by not playing aggressive. And that is kind of true. Like, you're obviously not going to get first place every time with this strategy. You won't get first place anytime with any strategy. But here's the thing. With doing this strategy, you should be able to get top 4 every single game. Like, if you just run around the outskirts, see what I'm doing, just kind of following the storm, going in a big circle. And now that you are playing less aggressively, you know, there's not really any power cubes left, what you're going to do is try to get in a very good position. See, as you can see, I'm Edgar, so this is a really good position for me. Also, what is that lag? Anyways, this is a great position for me, because as soon as the zone closed in, I could jump. Now, the next part of this, oh my gosh, what is my lag? So the next part of this was going to be that once there's 3 or 4 brawlers left, you have a decision. You can either chase after one of the brawlers because it has less power cubes than you, Or if they both somehow have more power cubes than you, you're just going to want to stay on the outskirts like this. But since it's just me and one other brawler, this is just a 1v1. Now, see, I can tell that this is not a good matchup. A tank versus a tank. Well, yeah, my weakness is tanks, and his strength is killing non-tanks. So that was not really a winnable match for me. But as you can see, still second place gives 8 trophies. And you can just do this infinitely. You can watch YouTube videos, you can listen to music. You hardly have to be at your phone, because basically all you're doing, following the smoke, going in circles, just trying to pick up as many power cubes as you can, playing very passively, hardly getting any fights until you're in that top 4. And then you're going to want to start picking out people so that you don't get cornered by the enemy brawlers. Using this method, I have gotten over 10,000 trophies on my main account with this. I'm not even kidding you. It's so easy. This strategy, it works very, very well as long as you're playing a lower ranked brawler that isn't bad for showdown. So I would try to stay away from throwers unless you're really good with them. So your throwers are like Barley, Dynamite, those type of brawlers. Try to stay away from them, even though they can be good. You know, just use one that's easier. Tanks can be very, very good. And overall, just pick a good brawler for the map. If the map is not good, then don't play that map, you know? Just wait till tomorrow, because sometimes the map just isn't good for the brawlers that you have for it, so be patient. Also, the final thing that I wanted to mention is don't just try to trophy push a brawler really, really high. This was actually an idea from Cam the Boss. He has a YouTube channel if you want to check him out. But this idea, it makes a ton of sense. Because if you think about it, in the ladder, which is, you know, regular games and solo showdown, once you're above 500 trophies, you are not going to be playing against any bots anymore, first of all. And second of all, you lose more trophies when you lose, and you don't gain as many trophies when you win. So as you can see, just from that, not going against bots and losing more trophies and gaining less trophies, you're automatically going to be, you know, getting less trophies than you would be just trophy pushing a lower ranked brawler, right? But just to add on top of all of that, the competition is also much harder, you know? Once you get to 500 trophies, you're pretty much going to be playing against mostly, you know, Edgars, Stews, Surges, those type of brawlers with their gadgets and star powers, and it's just really hard to compete against that. This strategy will not work as well then. And you're just not going to gain many trophies at all. So I suggest pushing all of your brawlers to around the 500 range and then stopping, because you just can't gain as many trophies after 500. And now that I've talked about that for like 5 minutes, that took me quite a while to talk about, let's get into team modes, which, you know, are good to play with your friends, if you have any, which I don't. Okay, guys, as I was saying, the next mode is team modes, which is any mode that's 3v3. Volley Brawl, Gem Grab, Brawl Ball, Siege, Knockout, anything that's 3v3. This is going to be the best strategies, tips, and tricks to, you know, improve your game and get way, way, way more trophies than you would have been. So, first of all, making sure you are with a team is very important. If you're not with a team, like if you don't have anybody online, you know, if you don't ever have any friends online, you can always just join my Discord server, link in description, where there is tons of people that are online a lot. You know, I myself might even play with you, you never know. And, you know, it's just much, much easier if you are at least in a club with people online, because doing team modes with randoms, you are not going to get many trophies. Like, at all, because randoms are just not good. They never have good brawlers selected, they never have a good strategy, you can never strategize with them, you never know what brawlers they're going to be. It's just not good to be playing with randoms. So try to at least be in a club or in my Discord server so that you have options for people to play with. But if you don't, obviously, you can just play with randoms, but I would suggest playing Showdown instead of doing that. Next up is picking a mode that you and your teammates can play in well. And what I mean by this is picking, one, a mode with a good map, having a good team of brawlers, and having high-powered, lower-rank brawlers, which this is really a key detail in any time that you're trying to trophy push. Low rank, high power is always going to be a giant advantage, because if you're going against, like, my Edgar, rank 11, power 5 on my mini account, let's just say I'm going against another Edgar, but he is rank 11, power 2. I'm going to win the fight against him every single time, and that's just going to be a free win. So you need to make sure you're playing low rank, high power. An example of this would be, I'm sorting my brawlers by least trophies right now, and I'll scroll through, and I'll see, wow, Primo. Primo's really good for Brawl Ball, and he's lower rank, but he is power level 3, so I'll power him up to power level 4, let's say, and then I'll switch it to Brawl Ball. And obviously, I don't have any teammates playing with me right now, but another key detail is making sure that you guys have a good team. Now, what I mean by this is not playing all tanks, not playing all throwers, not playing all whatever support brawlers, because you need a balance of a team. You know, you're never going to get a ton of trophies in a team mode with 3 tanks or 3 throwers. It's just not going to happen. So a good team is usually going to be a good tank, a good thrower, and a good support. Or if you don't want to use a support, you can use, you know, a sniper or a fighter, because fighters are also very good, because like Nita, Jessie, those type of things. They're just very good for team modes. So as I was saying, every mode kind of has brawlers that are better in. You know, Primo is really, really good in Brawl Ball, but if I switch it to Knockout and it's an open that like this map and Knockout, he's not going to be good. So this is where you have to make sure that the map is just right for your brawler. As you can see, even the Brawl Ball map isn't very good for Primo. So what I could do is just say, hey, I'm going to wait till tomorrow to trophy push because Primo is not good in this map. Or I could be like, hey, my Pam is a really low rank and a pretty high power, so I could just play Pam in a Brawl Ball instead. You know, you just got to do that type of thing. And Pam is a support brawler, so you're going to want to have, you know, a tank with that support brawler. Just balancing out your team is very, very crucial. And also picking a mode that all of you guys know how to play very well. Because, like, if you know how to play Knockout really well, but your teammates don't, you're not going to get many wins because, you know, they're not going to know a good strategy. Now, after you have decided all of these things, power level, low rank, good brawlers, good team, like, chemistry, now all you're going to need to do is go into the mode with a set strategy in mind, which you can discuss in the Discord server or in the chat, or you can be on a call with them. Just know that doing team modes is not the best way to grind trophies, especially in lower ranks. So you might want to do solos instead if you're like, I could do team modes or I could do solos. My recommendation is definitely solos. That's just my opinion. But personally, I think it is much, much easier to gain trophies in solos. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. And if you made it to this point, comment down below 6,000 trophies. Because, you know, that was kind of the thumbnail, even though you're probably not going to get 6,000 trophies in one day. But make sure you try these methods. I'm serious. They work so well. And without further ado, I will let you guys continue on with your day. Peace out.